How did the interviews go, Naegi? I told her exactly what I heard from Fukawa and Hakakure. I see, so all three of them, including Togami, claim they never responded to Ugami's invitation. But it doesn't add up. Someone is probably lying. Someone is lying. In any event, I've made some progress here too. Ugami's corpse, the magazine rack, and the Monokuma bottles. I found new clues in all three of those places. You would do good to investigate them all once more. First, the body. Kirigiri said she found something new with Ugami's body. You're not gonna learn anything just gawking at the body. Well, yeah, I suppose. Do you have a problem with touching corpses? Alright, fine. In stark contrast to my unshakable reluctance, Kirigiri didn't even bat an eye. It was a sight I'd gotten used to, and I'd brought a familiar thought to mind. I'm surprised you can do that and keep a straight face. I'll never even get used to the sight of a body. That's normal. Then how can you... I must have had plenty of opportunity in the past to come in contact with dead bodies. Huh? Never mind. More importantly, look at this. Ugami's shoe? You see the yellow powder on her foot? Yeah, I see it. That's the first clue. Okay. Next, the wound on their head. Take a good look. Actually, that might be too much for you. I'll explain. It seems she wasn't struck once, but twice. She was struck twice? Intriguing, isn't it? And here's another rather interesting fact. Excuse me, my bad. Both of Ugami's hands are perfectly clean, not even a trace of blood on her fingertips. Well, that's everything I was able to uncover. Okay, testimony. Oh, whoops, I skipped that, my bad. That's a feat I can imagine on Kirigiri. It was something about Kirigiri being amazing in her investigative skills. My bad, guys. Like, I feel really bad about skipping text unintentionally. I keep forgetting that I'm doing commentary as I do this game. Play this game. Kirigiri said she found something new with these Monokuma bottles. Clues. So, did you figure it out? Look carefully, you should see it. There's a pattern to the set of Monokuma bottles. A pattern. I think it's that there's 2 bottles missing. So, if she was struck twice... Sorry guys. If she was struck twice, it means she was struck twice by 2 Monokuma bottles. Because there's 2 empty spaces right there. Come on, Kirigiri, can't you just tell me? Sharing leads is one thing, but there's a danger in sharing conclusions drawn from those leads. I don't want to unnecessarily influence your deductions prior to the class trial. Ugh. You need to reach your own conclusions, ones that satisfy you, not me. So it's not that you don't trust me. No retort. I do trust you, to some degree. If I didn't, I wouldn't be telling you this. To some degree, she says. Okay. To tell you the truth, there's actually one other thing about these bottles that has me curious. I'd like you to conduct an experiment to test my hypothesis. You'll give me a hand, won't you? An experiment? First, I need to gather up all the Monokuma bottle fragments on the floor, even the smallest shards. Huh? Are you sure? Should we really be tampering with the scene? Everyone's had a chance to look around, so it should be fine. That loudmouth Togami isn't around either. I've got some equipment to get from the chem lab. You'll take care of it. You take care of that while I'm gone. With that, Kirigiri vanished from the rec room. My god, I'm reading way too fast. My mind is moving way too fast. I need to calm down. I have no idea what's going on. But what can you do? It's not like I had got much choice. Using a broom and dustpan I found in the rec room, I swept up all the bottle fragments on the floor. Sorry guys, it's really hard for me to slow down a little bit. And just as I finished that, sorry to keep you waiting. All done, then let's get started. What kind of experiment are we doing? I brought a balance back from the chem lab. We're going to compare masses. Compare with what? The fragments you collected and the whole Monokuma bottle. What for? That's the whole point of this experiment. You'll see. Ooh, a balance! First, let's compare the masses of 2 unbroken Monokuma bottles. They're equal. The 2 sides are balanced. That means each Monokuma bottle weighs roughly the same. Well, that makes sense. There's not much difference between the figures, and there's nothing else to create a weight difference. Now, here's the real test. Let's try putting the fragments you picked up on one side of the balance. What do you suppose will happen? Well, there's two possibilities. Either they'll weigh the same, or the broken bottles will weigh slightly less. I tried my best to pick up everything, but it's still possible I missed some. Well then, let's see what happens. It's heavier! Huh? The fragments weigh more? What? Why? So I was right. About... Taking both the results of the experiment and the Monokuma bottle's hidden pattern in conjunction. There's only one conclusion you can draw, or at least that's what I think. What do you think? That's all up to you. I think I know what's happening. I'm starting to get what's happening. I think there's two bottles missing, and since they both broke over Ugami's head, they spilled fragments on the floor. As to why you can only find one top and bottom, and only one figurine, I don't remember why. But I think there's two sets of bottle fragments there, and someone cleaned up theirs, leaving only a couple shards. I think that's happened, and it makes sense too. And she's in the magazine rack too, right? Kitty Kitty said she found something new at the magazine rack. Let's see, clues. What's this? One of the magazines is upside down. Did someone put it back on the rack wrong? If something stands out, you should give it a closer look. Yeah. I picked up the upside-down magazine and began flipping through the pages. What the? Right around the middle of the magazine, there was a page with a hurriedly scribbled bloody message. Fukawa. Could this be a dying message? So you found it too. Kitty Kitty, is this a dying message? Probably. It was written with someone's finger. A dying message, yeah, I thought so. However, just for the record, I wasn't the one who initially put it back on the rack upside down. When I found it earlier, it was already like that. After examining it, I made sure to put it exactly the way I found it for anyone who found it later. Hey, does that say Fukawa? Yeah, that's what it looks like. She's the killer. She is, isn't she? We don't know that for certain yet. It is for certain. She's the killer. That's the decisive evidence. We've got her cornered now. It does look like some pretty decisive evidence, but it also feels too blatantly obvious, which has me questioning its legitimacy. Okay. Well, it's everything Kitty Kitty told me about. I've got a lot of new information, but the big question, how the sealed room was constructed, is still shrouded in mystery. That reminds me, there was something I wanted to tell you, Nagi. When I went back to get the balance, I saw Togami in the chem lab. It would have caused more than a few problems had he spotted me, so I had to sneak in and take it. Is there something I should be getting from this? If you haven't investigated the chem lab yet, perhaps it would be worth taking a look around. Now that you mention it, the protein container we found came from the chem lab, didn't it? You're right, maybe I should go check it out. Maybe you should. She's so sassy today. Okay, let's go check out the chem lab. It's on the 4th floor. Going around. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Then you do this. Then you do this, and this, that, and then... into the chem lab. Oh look, it's Togs. So, you had your sights set on this chemistry lab too, did you, Nagi? Just be sure not to get in my way. Yeah, alright. Don't you mean yes, sir? Can I punch you in the throat? Okay, there's two investigate the cabinets. Looking at them again, I'm struck by how large these chemical cabinets are. I should probably give them a thorough investigation. From the look of it, the cabinets is actually 3 separate cabinets placed side by side, but more importantly, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the cabinets? I need to be careful not to step in it. Okay, there's 6 things I can investigate here. There's a broken bottle on the floor by the cabinets. Looks to be the source of the spilled powder. The bottle says Chem Lab C4. For your information, I was looking around the 4th floor this morning and the lab was not in this condition then. Which means this powder was spilled right around the time the crime occurred, most likely. If the powder was spilled around the same time as the crime, it's probably connected somehow. Yay. Now the powder itself. There's a large quantity of yellow powder on the floor by the cabinets. Gotta be careful not to step in it. Okay. Are these footprints? They seem to have been left in front of the left cabinet, too. I need a diagram to get a better idea of how the footprints are laid out in respect to the room itself. Are you telling me to map it out? Now you're getting the hang of things. With a smirk on his face, Togami handed me a pen and a sheet of paper. Well, get to work. Okay. Ass. As he ordered, I quickly scribbled down a diagram of the room. How does this look? Not bad from the likes of you. From the likes of me. I see. Looking at it this way, it's clear that the person who left these footprints only had business in the left cabinet. Whoever it was knew exactly what they needed to do, that they went straight to the cabinet and right back out. That's what the footprints suggest. And chances are these footprints belong to you, don't they, Nagi? No, they don't! Then give me your shoe and let me compare foot sizes. Having no good reason to turn them down, I obeyed Togami's orders. Interesting, it seems your feet are larger. Sadly, these footprints aren't yours. Yeah, I'm real sad. However, with footprints this clear, there should be no effort whatsoever to find whose they are. Just going off how much effort Togami's putting into examining them, I guess they're pretty significant. Perhaps I should go back over what I've learned about the powder so far. A large quantity of yellow powder was spilled from the chemical cabinets. I suspect it came from the broken bottle I found on the floor nearby. The bottle label says Chem Lab C4. Additionally, someone left footprints in the powder. Going by the diagram I drew, it seems whoever they belonged to only had business in the left cabinet. On top of that, Togami says the powder was spilled around the same time the crime occurred. That's all about I got for now. Those footprints might belong to Kirigiri. I don't know. They might. Let's see, this cabinet has an assortment of nutrients and supplements and the like inside. The protein container I found in the rec room must have come from this cabinet. The labels on everything on this cabinet start with the letter A. That would make this left cabinet A then. But wait a second. There's a single bottle labeled Chem Lab C9. Did someone accidentally put it back in the wrong place? Let's see, this cabinet has a bunch of chemicals I've never heard of. They're called reagents, compounds used to induce or check for chemical reactions in chemistry experiments. I'm surprised you can live with yourself being so ignorant. You don't think that's going a bit too far, my bad? Are you telling me you think studying math or chemistry are of no use in the real world? The words of a failure. They suit you, Nagi. I didn't say that. Anyway, what I really need to be concerned about right now is investigating the cabinet. The labels on everything in this cabinet start with the letter B. That would make this middle cabinet B then. Nothing really jumps out at me. I don't think I need to spend any more time looking through this cabinet. Okay, last cabinet. This cabinet contains a bunch of dangerous-looking chemicals. It looks like poison and any other potentially hazardous chemicals. The labels on everything in this cabinet start with the letter C. That would make this right cabinet C then. Here's what I've learned so far about the cabinets. The Chem Lab's chemical cabinet is actually 3 separate adjacent cabinets. Sorry guys, I had a game announcement, my bad. That came out of nowhere. Cabinet A contains nutrients, Cabinet B reagents, and Cabinet C poisons. It's likely Ugami got a protein from Cabinet A. Curiously, there's also a bottle labeled C mixed in with everything else in Cabinet A. Cabinet C is where poison and stuff like that is stored, so why was a bottle from there in Cabinet A? There's something to it. I can feel it. Loaded chemical cabinets into the Electro ID, you can find it in the ammunition menu. Ooh, we're done. Whoopsies, I dozed off there. You guys' investigation was so dull I couldn't even stay awake. Can I do this? Y'all ready? Y'all okay if I do this? Alright kids, it's class trial time. Hurry your butts over to the usual place. The red door on the first floor of the school zone. Oop oop oop, see you soon. We're already out of time? I still haven't had a chance to figure out the sealed room trick. I guess all I can do is hope we make something of it during the class trial. No, we must. Alright guys, we're done with this investigation. I'm gonna end the recording here. So, next time we'll start the class trial and see what happened to Ugami. So, I guess I'll see you later. Bye.